Independent movies tend to overlight. They tend to overlight to where you can tell, damn, it's too much lighting. What up, what up, what up, what up? It's your boy, capital G-U-G-U-E, Michaels. Welcome to Film Talk with Google You Michaels. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Film Talk, where we discuss movies, cameras, lenses, anything dealing with movie making is what we talk about on this channel. And before we get to today's episode, as you know, your boy, I'm trying to get to 5,000 subscribers. And how can you help me? It is simple. Just hit that subscribe button and hit that bell to let you know every time I drop a video so you can come back and get some of these nuggets. Okay? And now, my last video, I was talking about how I only use two or three lights to shoot for movies, and I got a lot of response from you guys on my email, which of course I'd love you guys send me an email, but you can always leave those comments here. That way other people can see the comments, can see the questions. That way when I'm talking about it, everybody can understand and get the full content of me answering the question. Okay, so leave the comment. I love you guys that are reaching out to me on IG, reaching out to me on my email, but you can also leave those comments, those questions, those statements. You can always leave them, or you can always leave them below in the comment section. That way everybody can join in on the conversation. Nonetheless, a lot of you guys emailed me and were asking me, well, why is it that I don't use a lot of lights? Well, it's simple, okay? Like the old saying, there's different ways to skin a cat. There's no one way to shoot a movie, because a movie is based on your perception, it's based on your interpretation. The look of the movie, the feel of the movie, and the tone of the movie is up to the director and the cinematographer. So no one can tell you you are wrong on the way your movie looks. It's up to you how you want your movie to look, as long as you follow certain guidelines. And that's what I tend to do. I tend to tell people how to follow the guidelines, so your movie will at least look professional. You understand what I'm saying? So that's kind of like what my suggestions, my teaching, if you will, is all about. It's about following the guideline, but adding your own style to your images. Okay, so to answer the question of why I use very limited lights on set, it's simple. I like my projects to look realistic. Now, I'm going to tell you that to me there are three cinematographers that I study and follow their work. One is Roger Deakins. To me, I believe he's one of the best cinematographers ever lived. His work are brilliant. You understand what I'm saying? And he doesn't use a lot of lights. He also believes in using less light. Less light makes it look more natural and more believable. Okay? And after Roger Deakins, you have Bradford Young. He also believes in using less light. He believes in using practical lights to light his scenes. And my last but not least favorite cinematographer is Conrad Hall. You know, if I'm mispronouncing it, please forgive me. It's Conrad Hall, the brother that shot Road to Perdition. You know, that movie that won all kinds of awards for best cinematography. Him. He also believes in using natural lights and just using lights here and there to illuminate the artist or objects. So those three cinematographers are the reason, well, not so many of the reason, but I like the look. I like the look they produce. You know, I love their images. And how you can always tell the difference from an independent movie to a Hollywood movie is lighting. Independent movies tend to overlight. They tend to overlight to where you can tell, damn, it's too much lighting. You understand what I'm saying? You walk into a scene and it's red or it's yellow. Why? You understand what I'm saying? Okay, where's that light source coming from? Where's that light coming from? Why is the background yellow, or why is the background red? Is the light is the light source red? Is the light that's coming from outside, is it yellow? Is it, you know what I'm saying? That's why all my footages looks natural, because I like to use natural lights, practical lights, minimal lights, or the sunlight. Ever wonder why Hollywood movies looks different from independent movies? Technology has made it so easy to where independent guys right now have access to high-end cameras. So it's not the camera, it's the lighting. If you look at Hollywood movies, their lighting looks natural. It looks, everything makes sense. The shadow makes sense. The light, where the light coming from makes sense. Where the shadow, how the light is hitting the shadow makes sense. Opposed to independent movies. Independent movies just light up everything to where everything is balanced out and it's flat. When you overlight, it looks flat. There's no detail. There's no texture in the image. Look at what I'm telling you. Look at independent movies and look at Hollywood movies. Hollywood movies have shadows. Hollywood movies have highlights, roll-offs. Hollywood movies have detail and texture on faces, on items, on locations. Just pay attention to those little subtle details. Why? Because of the way it's lit. But independent movies, they just shine the light on everything. Everything has a light on it. And what does that do? It creates a flat image to where there's no detail, there's no richness, there's no thickness. And it makes it look digital. It makes it look cheap. Okay? So those are the reasons why I light my stuff the way I light it. I don't want this to be too long. I just want to take 2 minutes, 3 minutes just to elaborate and answer those questions from those brothers that was asking me, why do I use very little to no lights on sets? So hopefully this answers. And if you want to shoot like the big dogs, like all the big Hollywood guys, use less light. I make it make sense. Make your lights hit your target or your talent like a natural source. If you're using the sun, make sure your lighting and your angle is coming from where the light source, where the natural source is coming from. If you can follow those rules, your image will separate from the rest of the pack. Okay? Thank you so much for joining me. I think that's enough for today. As usual, tune in next week as we discuss more topics dealing with camera, lenses, movie making, cinematography, or how to light a movie with less lights. Okay? That's what we cover on this channel. And if you want to get in contact with me via my social media, my IG is GUGUBOO. That's Google Boo. And if you want to drop me a mail on my Facebook, it is Google E. Michaels on Facebook. And if you want to hit me on my Twitter, it is GUGU1904. GUGU1904. And that brings us back to YouTube. And as you know, your boy, I'm trying to get to 5,000 subscribers. And I can't do it alone. I need your help. And how do you help me, you ask? Well, it's simple. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit that bell to let you know when I drop a new video so you can come back and get some of these nuggets. I welcome all the emails you guys send me, but you can drop those same emails on the comment section and let's get this conversation going. Okay, as usual, your boy Google E. Michael, I'm signing out and I salute ya. Bam!